Well, hello there, and this is Auntie on the late night. And I am here to do my review of my rant of Married at First Sight, season 15, episode. Oh my goodness, what episode is this? Oh my goodness, I gotta remember what episode it was. Hold on, wait. Episode 8. Party ways. Are y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it, y'all. Oh my goodness, let's do it. Y'all, I'm tired, but I said I owe y'all, so let me get my tail on out here. Let's do it. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay? Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, season 15, episode 8, Party Ways, I will rate this episode a C. Let me know down in the description box what you will rate this episode of Married at First Sight. It's a whole bunch of fool-la-la going on with this, and I really wish that I could get to the point where I was doing a review on the show. But the more I look at these couples and the more we go through the fool-la-la of it all, the more I am convinced I probably will never be able to do a review. Last week's episode was a hot mess when they went to the apartments and stuff like that. And we're going to, kind of go back and forth with those as well. I'm sure I'll be, bringing some of that into the conversation, but these couples really, I don't know. I want to say that they mismatch and everything, and that things are going to get worse, and I'm sure that they are going to get worse, because this particular couple right here, Morgan, is a complete Debbie Downer. First of all, Morgan, what had happened was your ass got bust out that you didn't have your degree. Now, Binh may have been wrong with the way he came off, his judgmental ways and all that kind of stuff, but he didn't trust you. You didn't have a degree. He doesn't understand anything about nursing. Yes, he should have really went in depth with you and talked to you about it further, but you're just not the kind of person that somebody can sit down and go into a deep conversation with. I'm sorry, Morgan, it is what it is. You're a Debbie Downer. You like to play victim, in my opinion. You want to continue to hold this man captive over one thing that he did. You going around and you telling everybody, but you have asked him not to do it. She had the audacity. This week, all of the couples was having their housewarming party, right? And so they were inviting their friends. And can y'all hear me? I'm hoping y'all can hear me. So they was inviting their friends and stuff like that. And each couple, like had a theme and all of that for it. I can't even remember what their theme was. That's how I'm just not impressed with her. He went to the gym, and Binh is what I would call a metrosexual man, because and then he just a little bit too overboard with it, right? Because who goes to the gym and worries about their wedding band? But he is just, real prim and proper, real put together. And that's okay, right? It's okay to be metrosexual. I got a lot of metrosexual friends, but he's just too, how can I say this without being offensive? Because I don't want to offend nobody. But he's too soft for her. She's the one that's walking around with the masculine energy, and she wants to keep him locked in. I think it's just the rejection from him not having, making love to her. So now she's nitpicking, guilt tripping him, and making life just absolutely miserable for him. I don't know if you all agree with that or not, but I'm telling you, that is my head. It's late, honey. I'm looking a hot mess. I got to get in the bed. But I owe y'all. And these are my opinions. When Binh did not sleep with her, and he has not touched her, and he has not held her, the way that she wants him to, she now, in my opinion, wants to make him extremely miserable. And so the only thing that she can use is, I don't trust him. And when I don't trust someone, I'm done. Well, go out the relationship, break the contract, and go. Because you're a waste. You're looking horrible on television. You already came in as like a horrible person, in my opinion, anyway. And now you really look bad. She wants to make him suffer over and over and over for going to Justin and saying something, but then she's around her friends telling the same thing. And she doesn't have a good relationship with her family. And so maybe him saying something about it guilt tripped her. No, he was not right with what he said. But if you're going to continue in this relationship with him, then you need to drop that. She talked to Pastor Calvin. Pastor Calvin told her, it's a choice that, you have to make and everything. You don't have to stay there. But this girl really wants to stay there, and she wants him to be there with her. She's a miserable person, in my opinion. And I don't like her. I do not like her. And Binh does run his mouth too much. Like, he tells everybody. I'm surprised he hasn't gone on the subway. Do they got a subway out there? Or went on some type of public transportation, used a driver's microphone and just told everybody on the daggone vehicle. He is just, it just, did they do anything that made me want to remember them? No. 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 I really truly believe that this man is here, y'all, for all the wrong reasons. Y'all, I'm dead ass. To me, he is here for the show and not for the marriage. When they sat down and talked to Pastor Calvin about their relationship and how she really wants him to be open, how, he hasn't had a mom, his mom abandoned him. And she felt abandoned. She was abandoned by her father. They have the same thing, and he will not talk about it. He sat there in Pastor Calvin's face and told a whole bald-faced lie, indicating that, he would get better at this. And then when she tried to go in deep with him, he was unwilling to do it. The reason why he's unwilling to do it is because he really not feeling it. And I think that he too feels rejected. Now, we saw him at the bachelor's party. I ain't gonna never forget this. We saw him at the bachelor's party and how he treated the female dancers there, right? So we already know what's in him. Stacia is deciding that she's not going to, be with him that way until she knows that she's in love with him. And that's fair. If this is something that they both decided to do, then that's fine. But I really do believe that Nate is not in this for the right reasons. Last week, they went to each other's homes, right? And he was living in like basically an efficiency, right? And that's fine. If that's where his money is and everything, that's fine. But then we go to her house and, she got it laid out. She got two kitchens in there, like it's laid out. And so, when the two of them start talking about having children, and he mentioned how much money he makes, and then she makes double what he makes, she was like, we're in a position to have a baby. But he's using all these excuses and stuff. I really think he has serious mama issues, and I don't see this relationship working out between the two of them because all the work is being done on her part. Now, one thing about it is, if he uses her, now I know y'all gonna be mad, y'all gonna cuss me out, and y'all gonna say whatever y'all say, y'all go hit on and say it, right? But if he uses her, it's because of what she's presented. She's almost like a guy that rides up on you and he woos you with his clothes and his vehicle and his home and all of that, and then expect you not to live in that lap of the luxury that he has provided for you. I think the same thing for her. She's showing him that I got all of this, but yet she wants him to see her differently. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. She wants him to see her differently, but she's only presenting her things. When she went to his apartment and she started going through his cabinets and throwing stuff away, I thought it was just too much. Because, see, he didn't do that at her home. But she did that at his home. And to me, that's her way of saying, I'm better than you. I'm more organized than you. I got more than you do. And, you're living in squander. I mean, he not living like Mitch, bitch. So, I mean, anything above Mitch is a win. Because Mitch looked like at any time the rats and the roaches was going to come out on his stuff. His house was completely filthy. Now, Mitch wasn't organized, and he did have old stuff in the cabinet, but that's because he lazy. It's not because he's filthy. Because there's a difference between being lazy, and not, being, oh my God, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can because it's after 11 and I'm tired as. But to me, it's like she's coming off as I'm better. And money and material things doesn't make you better. It puts you in a better position. Yes, it puts you in a better position, but it doesn't make you better than your husband. And your husband should not feel like he has to rise up or raise up to where you are. But he wants to make 200,000, and I'm thinking to myself, how is he living in California off 200,000? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got my calculations wrong. But it just seems very, very expensive to me to live in California. Same way it does to live in the District of Columbia. It's very expensive. Rockville, Montgomery County, y'all know what I'm talking about. DMV. Fairfax. Like, it's expensive to live in certain areas. And to me, Nate don't really he has a job, but I don't know how viable it is. I'm watching her, right? And I'm wanting to like her, but there's something about her I don't like. And it's absolutely multiple things or many things that I don't like about Nate, because I think that Nate is an opportunist. And it's unfortunate because this is the same thing that happened with Marla with Gid, where you put people who are incompatible in that area. Finances is everything. I'm telling you, when you start getting into relationships with people, especially when you have gathered or you have acquired assets, and you as a woman or as a man, and you start dating someone that doesn't have what you have, right? It takes a lot of discipline and a lot of dying to oneself in order for that not to be an issue. I'm just keeping it a buck because I know that if I join myself with somebody, he got to have more or equal to what I have. And some women may say, oh, you'll never be married. I ain't never desire it for my own reasons. But when you have assets and stuff, you look at things differently. And for her, the woman who says, I want to have a prenup to move him into her home. Now, I know that they had to look at each other's homes and stuff like that, but I don't know. And then for them to not be on the same page, I don't think Nate wants kids, period. I just don't think that he wants kids, period. But he wants this lifestyle that she's going to give him. But when the guys sit around and they all talk about making love and stuff, you can see the uncomfortableness on him. And he needs to go and get his hair redone. Like those braids are like not giving any type of life. They're giving death. He needs to go and get his hair shaved and just wear a close cut. I just don't. These couples, Kristen and Mitch, I feel so sorry for Kristen because this stuff that Mitch is doing, it's not going to last long. Bitch, I am not going to be giving my friends shots in a tin bowl or cup. That is so nasty. She is compromising so much to be in this relationship with Mitch. The moment she stepped out of place, the moment she doesn't give Mitch what Mitch wants, that relationship is over, boo. That whole relationship is over because everything is a compromise on Kristen's part. Okay, we're not using plastic. We're going to the store. I wanted to have this kind of party. He don't want to have that. He want to have a futuristic party. Now she went with it and she compromised, but for how long is Kristen going to be able to sustain this? It is not going to be long at all. Mitch is, saying that last week they consummated their marriage. She sat down with him. She said that, things have gotten better. And she felt like, he deserved it. So she had this little jar with all these, different things in it. Honey can get, a bath. Honey, this is the day I say yes to everything. Excuse me, cute little stuff. And so he picked the one for the bath. And so she goes into the bath. But he don't like her dog. Y'all, wait a minute. Okay, calm down, Auntie. So she consummates her marriage with Mitch. But I think that Krista has a desire to be married so bad that she would do just about anything that Mitch tells her to do. But she is not going to be able to sustain this because she is sitting around her friends and she is absolutely, come peep this. She said, Kristen is desperate. Absolutely. And she wants it to work so bad. And I think that once she gets past the push and the pull with him and he feel like he's won, then he becomes romantic. And he said, she's such a good girl. She, allows me to have my way. She's flexible and all of that kind of stuff. It's not going to last. It is not going to last. When they went to his apartment was filthy. Y'all, I'm telling you, his bathtub looked like somebody went in there and several times wiped it around in that joint, didn't run any water, and he's using it. His stove was so nasty that again, it looked like mice and roaches. It just looked like it was completely an infestation of every nasty bug you can think about. Just nasty. He said, she said, what? Auntie, she said on the after party that he was a 2-minute man. I believe it because he not using plastic. No, I don't want to say that because I know that there are people who are environmentalists and they serious about that stuff. But everything he does, I mean, maybe his, is recycled like everything else he wants. He got recycled peen because he don't buy nothing fresh. He don't want nothing new. So maybe his peen is recycled. And who wants recycled peen? Nobody. Nobody. But she is not going to be able to sustain this. They had a little party. He went to a rental store. She wanted to do something else. Like I said, she's going along with it. But Kristen's not genuinely happy. And I really believe that it's going to come out and she's going to explode. When she finally comes out of her trick bag with this mofo, she's going to explode. She really is. Because she's given herself to him. This is what she's wanted from him. The both of them are, she said that they're not looking forward to anything. They taking it one day at a time. No, we need to be talking about the future. No, we clearly need to be talking about the future, and we need to be talking about whether or not we want kids. Do we not want kids? And, can a kid be in a car seat that's made out of plastic? Like this, she clearly makes more money than him. I think that a lot of women nowadays are making more money than the men. And women, let me tell you, if you're making more money than your man, don't be ashamed of it. It is what it is. Some people marry for money. Some people marry for security. Some people marry for love. Whatever it is that if you're making more money than that man and you accept him like that, more power to you. I'm not here to criticize what anybody does or who they pick or how much they make, right? I just want my man to be secure. And in order to be secure, he's going to have to make more than me because it just is what it is. Been there, done that, right? Been there, done that. But they had a little party and everything, and Kristen is just going along with the get along. But it's going to end eventually because he's nasty. And then for him to say that her dog was useless because the dog is a pug and it snores, the way that he talked about the dog, I just was like, you know what? He's just not a nice person. I don't even think that Mitch thought twice about what he said about that girl's dog. And anybody that has an animal, whether or not it's a ferret, a dog, a cat, a pig, whatever that pet is, you love that pet like a child. Our pets over here are extremely bougie and spoiled. And I wish a mofo would be saying that my dog is useless and it snored all night. Mm-mm. 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 Don't talk about my pet. Because I'm like Alexis. My pet is my baby. That's my baby. And that's part of who she is. Now, Binh is saying that he allergic to Morgan's cat, and I'm allergic to cats, and it ain't enough Benadryl in the world. But how do you get past that? I think that they need to put this in a questionnaire. Do you have allergies to pets? Do you have allergies to animals? I really think that this needs to go in the questionnaire, because when you get somebody like Mitch who doesn't like the dog, and then you get somebody like Binh who's allergic to the dog, and then you get somebody like Justin who don't give a F about a person's dog, you got issues. Because that's just like rejecting your child. That's like you marrying somebody and they reject your child. Like, that's crazy. And you could tell that the way that he looks at the dog and everything, that he actually despises that dog. I couldn't do it, boo. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if this mouse work over here. Let me bring up the next couple. Y'all know daggone well I ain't fixed Justin's name, right? Oh, I got the wrong daggone mouse. How in the whole hell do you marry somebody and 8 days later you asking a mofo to put you on their damn insurance? Why Lindy don't have her own insurance? And why would she make that such a damn big deal? Who does like that? They having a dumb ass argument over whether or not she's going to change her last name. She gets rickety raw with him about the reason why she don't want to change her last name is because she asked him to put her on her insurance, on his insurance. She said if she went outside and got in a car accident and her ass went to the hospital, she didn't have no insurance. But he got the insurance, so she would be. See the sister. Well, when they was at the wedding, the sister asked the question about this bitch's finances. Lizzie broke as hell. Lindy has all that school debt. She has other debt. She's barely making it. And Miguel has his stuff together. He's one of those type of guys. Yes, Bree Denise, the sister knew. Yes, the sister mother knew. And she, in my opinion, is manipulating the situation. Okay? She's manipulating the situation, and she gonna manipulate him into putting her on the insurance. And she's just laying up in bed. How the fuck you gonna want me to change my last name when you can't take care of me? Bitch, who been taking care? Why didn't you have it before? Why come to a marriage? See, you using. You manipulating. If insurance was that important to you, buy your own. And Miguel folds. I would have told her, you know what? Keep your last name. He told her when they were laying in the bed, I don't like this side of you. But you're going to ask somebody to do something for you that you can't do for your mother self. So what else is she going to, in my opinion, manipulate him out of? What else is she going to do? She's a fucking weirdo. And her moves are up and down and all the way around. I hope y'all going ham in the comment section. Because this is a rant, it's not a review. So I apologize for that. But I'm just looking at the high points in this book, that you come to somebody and you ask somebody. And then she says, my last name is everything. Well, bitch, so is insurance. I don't want to get rid of my last name. It is everything. I have these degrees, but you don't have no health insurance. To me, that's like, sis, how you getting your gynos? I mean, I ain't trying to be nasty, but how you getting your gynos? How you taking care of your teeth? How are you doing all of that? I don't get it. How you been taking care of yourself prior to being with Miguel? And suppose Miguel didn't have any. But it's like, it's like he probably shouldn't have never told her he had fucking insurance. Like, how did that fucking conversation come up? Was she giving it to him? Was she giving it to him? Was like, oh my goodness. Oh, Miguel. Miguel, by the way, do you have Aetna or Kaiser? Blue Cross or Blue Shield? Oh my goodness, you have Blue Cross Blue Shield? Bitch! How did that conversation come up? She's a fucking weirdo to me. She's a fucking weirdo. Let's get on this last ass couple, because I'm telling you, I'm so tired and I don't feel like talking about these people, but I'm telling you, I got to talk about them. Where's his dumb ass at? Did I take it down because I ain't had their names right? I may have taken it down, y'all, because I don't have their names right. No, there it goes. Still with the same wrong name. He a whole ass lie. I'm going to tell you, I was so mad at him that I didn't know what to do. He know that he got two animals, a cat bitch and a dog, that he's bringing into a relationship. His dog attacks her dog. Now, she said Newton was just her whole life. He's like a child to her. He know his damn dog done attacked other dogs in the past. He comes in there with his dog. She got her dog off the leash because it's her child. His dog attacks her dog. She said, what's going on? She hears her dog hollering and the growling and all of that. She said, what's going on? You know what this motherfucker said? Nothing. Oh, ain't nothing. They just got into. No, her dog's eyes open and it's bleeding. They would not have been able to get me off of Justin if Maisie or Twyla's eye was bleeding, bitch. Alexis was calm. She called the vet. She asked if she could bring the dog in. She was calm. Because I would have went all the way off. There's nothing worse than having to take your dog to emergency care. And the dog's eye is open and the dog comes back, it got a cone and bitch look like it got whiplash. And you gonna sit there when I ask you what the fuck happened and you going to say nothing. They just got into a little. No. Your dog bit that dog. And it didn't make a difference how they did it. His dog was going to bite that dog because it has a history of biting and not being corrected. So even if they took those dogs to a park together, wherever they took them dogs, his dog was going to do that shit. And you wait until afterwards. Now, for me, I know that you take dog and you have them meet at neutral places, not the home. They have to meet outside. They don't meet in the house. So it didn't make a difference if she had it on a leash or whatever. They had already done it wrong. They have to meet on neutral territory. But bitch, for you not to tell me something like that means that you are deceitful, you are a motherfucking liar, and you cannot be trusted. And that relationship would have been over. I don't blame her. I wouldn't have stayed at that house with him because I don't feel safe. He took his dog to another place to have his dog, trained and all of that kind of stuff. As you all know, Maisie just went through 8 days of being in a training, a place where she got trained. Did a phenomenal job. Because the last thing that somebody want is an aggressive ass dog. And as much as I love Maisie, that's my dog. Twyla's my daughter, Maisie's mine. And as much as I love Maisie, she can't be going around biting nobody else's fucking dog. Because I don't expect nobody's dog to come and bite Maisie. So I did what was responsible. The responsible thing as a pet owner was nipped it in the bud before she bit some damn body. I took her left her 8 damn days. When I came back, she was scared and straight. And since she's been home, she's a total different dog. She said, bitch, they left me. Maisie said, they left me, bitch. I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm going to fly right. Maisie was clicking her golden paws, her red glittery paws 3 times, bitch. She said, I wish I was home. I wish I was back there. Because when we went and picked her up, total different dog. Even when I would take her to stores with me, because we could take them to stores. When I would take her to stores with me and people would be wanting to pet her, I'd be like, no, she doesn't like people. No, she doesn't like men. No, she doesn't play with other dogs well. Because I had to do the right thing for my animal and for the safety of somebody else's. I can't walk around and act like Maisie didn't have a damn attitude problem. And that she wasn't snipping and biting. We couldn't even drive past a dog on the street without her flipping the seats and all up in the trunk and bitch. So he was deceitful. So he takes his dog. She comes back with her dog, and I know he resented her dog. You know why? Because when he was caring for her dog, but Alexis got to take responsibility too, because why was Justin telling you that your dog ain't ate in 2 days? Why was Justin telling you that your dog was throwing up blood? Now, I got a problem with that. Because why didn't the fuck you know? I told you to overshare. No, take responsibility for your dog. You should have known that your dog wasn't eating. You should have known. You asked, okay? When me and my daughter come home from wherever we are, okay, so who ate? Did they go to the bathroom? What did they do? We habitually do it. We do it every day, all day. Did Maisie poop this morning? Okay. What about Twyla? Okay. So what did they eat? How much of it did they eat? Did they get treats? Did they go for a walk? Bitch, we communicate. The same thing you would do if you took your kids to a daycare center. Will you pick them up from the daycare? Did they get how many times did they have a good stool? Okay, how was? Why didn't Alexis know about her own dog? You didn't tell me that, bitch. You should know. Since Newton is your child, why wouldn't I pick my child up from the daycare and find out how many bottles they had? How many Pampers is still in there versus the Pampers that I brought? Did they eat any snacks? Did they have any fruit? What the hell did they eat? What? But she wants to put it on Justin. But Justin's a liar because he's lying, in my opinion, by omission. Where you omit the truth, you're telling a lie. Then they go have their party. They go up in the candy store. She's already mad with him. She keeps telling him, I'm done with this. So when they sitting there and they talking, she said, I wanted you to overshare. You promised me that you would overshare. But can he overshare without penalty? You got to create an environment where them can talk to you. And then when she says out of her mouth, I'm done with this, he said, you don't want to listen to understand. And you keep saying that it's over. What does that mean? I'm done. It's over. I'm done with this. He was right in saying that. Because, bitch, you ain't got but so many times that you're going to tell me that you done. Because every time you done, it creates fear. It creates rejection in the relationship. So don't sit there and keep telling me that you done. Bitch, okay, you done? Then let's be done. Neither one of them have the maturity level that is going to be required for them to stay together. They don't have it. Because Justin believes that I'm Mr. Fix-It Man, and when I'm fixing it, I ain't got to tell you shit. No, fix it and tell me. Matter of fact, write down the instructions so in case it get broke again, bitch, I can fix it too. How about that? And then she sits there and tell her friends, it ain't working out. I'm not good. And he's sitting in there scared. Now, he's the one that at first said that he didn't want to have sex. Now he want to have sex and she don't want it. But I'm going to tell you right now, for a lot of women, and I ain't saying for her, but for a lot of women, when you start lying and I can't trust you, I'm dry. I'm a desert, and you're never going to be able to get any water to run through it, bitch. I'm a desert. I am no longer interested in you because there's no way that I am going to be able to get past somebody that's lying and manipulating. And if her dog hadn't got his eye busted open and came back and looked like he had whiplash, it would have happened again because he wasn't honest about his dog. I hope he's able to get his dog back. I hope that, the dog can be rehabbed because it's the worst thing to see a dog not be rehabbed and have to go for adoption or something like that. Like, that's the worst thing. But I'm with her. I would not have been able to stay in the house with that. And poor little Newton, every time they show his face, his ass I don't mean to laugh at Newton, but every time you saw Newton, honey, did you think about that damn commercial? In the eyes of an angel, there are fall. In the eyes of an... Did y'all think about the ASPCA commercial? Every time I saw Newton, Newton was, honey, let me tell you, Newton had Newton was like that, boy. He was coned up. And I don't need to be laughing because Maisie was just in the cone last week. But I'm telling you right now, honey, Newton looked like some shit. It got his ass. Poor little Newton. I mean, just the angle that the camera people got him in. I said, Newton got whiplash. He look like he been in a damn car accident. Lord, forgive me for laughing at Newton. I'm going, Lord, forgive me. Y'all know I'm just playing, right? Child, the next time y'all look at that and y'all see Newton, y'all gonna think about that song, bitch. I'm telling you. I was like, honey, for $10 a day, save Newton. Oh God. Let me stop laughing at Newton. Anyway, y'all, I don't think this relationship, I don't see any of these relationships as viable relationships for one way or another. I just don't see them as viable relationships. I just don't. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to hella bed. Tomorrow I will be coming to you all with oh my God, I'm behind. So I'm doing no, I think I'm kind of caught up because some of the shows are going off. So I'm doing oh my goodness, I'm crying. Love After Lockup. Okay. I'll be doing Love After Lockup. Anyway, I love you all to pieces. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Excuse my tiredness. Y'all pray for a sister because the sister been working her ass off. As soon as I click off, I'm gonna be working till about 1 or 2 in the morning. But it is what it is. I love you all to pieces. Y'all have a great night, okay? Bye, y'all.